So what I like to ask the homeowner is, hey, if I can get you what you're looking for, do you care how I get it to you? Las cosas se van a comenzar a mover. Most A players already have a job. Some wild, crazy things went down over the past couple of weeks. Go get a loan or pay hard money costs.
Killed in a car accident. So
is there 20K down here? Baseboards, they look like they're pretty shitty. And action. Welcome back to the channel. Carlos Reyes, All the Nation Empresarios. I am here at one of our Renovation. I'm here with Mr. Josh, who is our asset manager. And I got some clients and friends in town all the way from Colorado. We're walking them through some of our properties today, just to kind of showcase our work. This is Jared and Meg Thompson, all the way from Colorado. They have a construction company up there that is successful. We're looking to partner up on some pretty big deals down here in Arizona. So join us on our next couple of walkthroughs. Best way to flip, dude, is renovations, where you don't have to go get a loan and take the house down. You literally leave the loan in place. You protect yourself through different contracts. And then we come in here and we do what we do. We renovate the property. We maximize on the value of the house. We give the homeowner what that person needs, what they ask for. Okay, you want 315? Okay, we're gonna have to go this route. Okay, sounds good. So what I like to ask the homeowner is, hey, if I can get you what you're looking for, do you care how I get it to you? They're like, no, we don't. Okay, you're gonna leave everything in place. We're gonna come in. We're gonna renovate the house, right? We're gonna give you what you're looking for, and then we're gonna sell for a profit. Everybody wins. By the way, we have female construction workers. Hi. It's a hi. ¿Usted es la esposa? Yeah. One of our crews, Romaldo. Romaldo is her husband, his dad, and her dad. So it's a family kind of setup. And they all work together and we all renovate houses now together. ¿Se acuerda cuando fue a la casa? Usted, Romaldo, le dije, hey, si gana el Trump, las cosas se van a comenzar a mover. ¿Se acuerda? Yeah, so they pulled up to my house. I don't know what was going on. ¿Por qué fueron a la casa?
Tenía un problema con algo de eso.
Yo? Romaldo, our contractor, was doing something at my house. They pulled up and Romaldo was like, hey man, you know, when can we start working? And it was right pre-election. And I said, well, I think everybody's waiting on the election to go down, right? I said, if Trump wins, I said, you're gonna see some crazy movement in the market, right? And sure thing, as soon as he won, no hemos parado, right? We haven't stopped ever since, so it's been a beautiful thing. What do you do with Romaldo, your dad? What do you specialize in? Everything?
Yeah, everything. So whatever my dad tells me to do, I just get it done, like painting, with the flooring together, and then the kitchen stuff.
Wow. Can you explain what a renovation in our world is?
yeah, so it's basically just a novation where we're putting a little bit more effort into the reno, right?
Yep.
Where I feel like the traditional way people learn novation or they're taught novation is like you're just taking a wholesale house, you're cleaning it up a little bit, taking the trash out, maybe paint here and there,
Listing it on the market.
Yeah, we're going cheaper. A little bit more in depth and updating flooring, painting. We replaced a window, right? We're getting new fixtures.
Look at this though.
All of this, right?
They gotta time this up. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We're maybe a day or two out.
Okay, got it.
We still got to do blue tape and everything, but yeah, we new flooring in this property. We painted a little bit of trim. Yeah, new appliances. All we did was paint the cabinets, so we kept all the
handles.
Kept all the cabinets. Put handles on them. New
backsplash.
New backsplash.
Countertops.
Yep. And that's pretty much just like swamp cooler units in there. So
block that off.
Patch that up.
Did you run this here or was that already there?
Nope, that was already there.
Okay.
Did you switch this to forced air then?
What's that?
This is forced air now?
I don't think so. So they already had this as an addition on the house.
Okay.
Because this when we got it, it was already pieced together. Mm-hmm. So.
Is this
I'll have to ask Romaldo, maybe he did run that. I don't really know.
Well, he's gonna have to regardless, right?
Yeah.
Coordinated there, color coordinated.
The great thing about our crews is we don't tend to have to ask them to do things. They just kind of go the extra mile and they're like, oh, we got extra paint, let's paint those, you know what I mean?
So imagine, right? So the reason why we love this little project here, we're literally putting about 20,000, right? When we sell it, 33K. Cash on cash return on that is 100%, right? You put in 20, you're getting 33K in net profit. We didn't even have to go get a loan or pay hard money costs. This is my favorite type of situation when it comes to remodeling and renovating houses.
That's nice.
Oh my God, right?
Protecting that cash.
Oh yeah. Well, imagine, right? How many of these can you do with that, with that business model, as in opposed to, you having to take down a house and put, 20% down on hard money, and then, you know what I mean? Like, you can do 10 times the amount of renovations if you run this model.
Basically partnering with the seller.
Yep.
To flip their house.
Yep.
And no risk too.
It's very, very unique. Very unique.
It seems like it is just like left field a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's so good, too good to be true.
You've never actually, have you ever seen this model, this business model?
No.
I don't think they're doing it in Colorado.
No.
I've never heard anyone
Right.
in Colorado talk about it.
Exactly. You're like, wait, you're flipping houses and you don't even have to buy them? Not a bad gig, right?
First time I heard it was from you in Utah.
What I tell you earlier in the office, I said, no, we don't have a money problem. We have a creativity problem. Look at this. Here's the proof. This was a creative thing, We didn't have to go find all this money.
No.
We had to find 20K. You can look under a mattress somewhere. Is there 20K down there?
You're able to offer sellers.
The tenant on this flip, some wild, crazy things went down over the past couple weeks, and my man Josh is going to break that down for you.
It's kind of a weird situation. We purchased the property in March. We had an issue with the tenant who was refusing to leave the property. Eventually, we were able to have a judge sign off on an eviction order for us, which is why you can see all of the stuff here as they were trying to move it out of the property. That eviction order happened about 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. We were supposed to have them out of the property by Wednesday, or else the constable was going to come out and remove them, but I hadn't been able to get a hold of the tenant. His phone was disconnected, so my communication was through the lawyer. I had the lawyer reach out on Wednesday and tell me that unfortunately the day following our court date, the tenant had been killed in a car accident. So it was kind of a wild story.
It was all over the news too. I actually saw that. I read the article.
He collided with a semi-truck,
yeah.
unfortunately, and luckily we were able to get in contact with the girlfriend who was here getting the stuff out. She, very nice. We were able to work with her, our contractors, to kind of set up a plan. So they got everything out of the property. And then we're going to be having a dumpster show up here next week, so they can throw away whatever they don't want to keep, and then take all the stuff that.
When do you think she'll be done removing whatever she feels she needs to remove?
So the court said we have to give them 2 weeks to remove stuff.
When is that?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. So,
so they
about
have till
7
next
days from
Thursday.
today.
If they don't pick up anything else in that time,
We're gonna dump it.
Then it's going.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's go check out the property. What's the deal with this property?
All right. So.
Well, I don't know what's going on with any of our properties. I just know that we buy them and renovate them and flip them. Yeah.
So we finally got to do our walkthrough this morning, kind of come up with our plan. Essentially, this is all getting demoed, right? So kitchen layout's going to remain similar. We're going to get rid of the HVAC stuff here. We're going to remove all of these cabinets, countertops, everything.
Yep. Open it up a little bit.
Yep, open it up. This wall's going away. This pantry's going away. Appliances are generally going to be in about the same spot. We're going to be moving the range over here, and then this is going to become an island, right? Like I said, that's all going to be opened up. More than likely, we're going to convert this closet into a pantry. And then they had this addition on the back, so instead of opening up this wall completely, we're going to make it more of like a breezeway, right? Because this is technically exterior wall.
Is that considered an Arizona room, or are you going to make it into a bedroom?
They had it permitted as an addition, so
great.
We're going to make this more of like a breezeway. We're going to keep the exit out into the backyard, and then where you're standing is all going to become a bedroom. And then if we do add the third bathroom, that's going to be on the other side of the wall in the laundry room.
We do real things, This is brick and mortar. This is what we do. This is our expertise right here. Just, arbitrage, real estate arbitrage. Boom, 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 boom. I've been doing this obviously for quite some time. So whenever I walk into a house, I already know what needs to happen.
Yeah. There is a sick record player in here, and there's a vinyl, Elvis vinyl.
No way.
And if she doesn't come back for this is going to be gifted to my wife for sure.
That's amazing. Why don't you just ask the lady?
I will.
Just say, hey.
If she comes back, she doesn't answer her phone, so it's really
just say, hey, you know what? I really like what if she's like, just give me $50?
Yeah, true.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
You might as well ask, right? Just ask her. And action. Third flip of the day, our project over on Witten, West Phoenix. What's the deal with this puppy?
We're like 525 ARV. We got it for like 350 something, and we're getting close to being finished with it. I was happy with this one because it used to have all this nasty stucco on it that we were able to get off. Unfortunately, they had some like old paint under it that we couldn't get rid of, but we got to keep our nice brick look for the neighborhoods.
Normally the flooring matches the cabinets. These are new cabinets? Yep. Baseboards, they look like they're pretty shitty, actually. Look.
Yeah.
Are we gonna renew them?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, these are pretty old. You don't want those on there. You know what's funny, Will? You know, people think that flipping houses is sexy. The money's sexy. A players are recruited, rarely hired. You know, like going through the whole Indeed and Monster and resumes. Most A players already have a job. Every now and then you'll run into an A player just because they're looking for something better. You know, like you'll run into an A player through like the hiring process, right? Through Indeed and Monster and Wise Hire. But very rare. Most A players are already working somewhere. Like Josh, you know, Josh is an A player. I'm an A player. We already work somewhere. What are you gonna do with that?
Oh, we'll get new doors. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
It's a little different.
I think he's ordering the doors today. He just asked
Yeah,
me.
when you're trying to sell for $500,000, you know, 525,000 here in Arizona, you can't go super cheap. You know what I mean? You can't go bare minimum. You know?
Right.
So yeah, or else it's just gonna sit there.
Yeah. Yeah, on stuff like our Renovations, like the last one, it's like, okay, well, we can get away with painting the cabinets and doing some things. This pretty much has to be
We're in
all.
a similar boat with ours because we're over $500,000 for ours. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all new windows.
You know, truth be
these are all
told,
nasty.
we actually like to be sub 450.
Yeah.
So this is one that we're pushing for sure. I like.
Yeah, this is at the top of our like.
Yeah,
ARV.
550 is like you're pushing it because now you're kind of crossing that line of affordable housing, you know, because of the interest rates. But from what I hear, Jerome Powell might get fired.
Yeah.
And that we might bring those interest rates. If the interest rates drop below 6% and they're like 5.5, it's going to be a feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
People are going to, oh my God, it's going to be great.
The biggest thing with this, when you and I were running the numbers and why we were willing to push it a little bit with the ARV, because 525 isn't too much over where we like to stay, was because of the ADU.
Yeah.
Because when you're
that gives
qualifying
us,
for financing,
yep.
right, you can rent that out.
That's right.
And, you know, stuff like that.
Yep. I'm actually very interested in doing ADUs here in Arizona, so we definitely got to talk about that in the near future.
Of course.
Yeah, I want to add ADUs. I've noticed, so California, I think that was the first state to pass the ADU law. And then I think Arizona, you know, I think we passed it after.
Yep.
But what I've noticed is I've been going to Cali a lot lately, and everybody's adding ADUs. And now they're even, there's even another law, I don't know what it's called, like SB something or whatever, where we were, a developer friend of mine named Eric out there, he actually will buy a property and, you know, he'll have the front property and renovate that property, but now he's building like 2 duplexes in the back. So Cali's even allowing you to build more than just an ADU. There's a new law that you can build even more than just an ADU in the back if the space is there, you know? We're gonna be bringing this type of content every single week. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you love what we're doing here, right? A Mexican American just living the American dream right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Do me a huge favor, right? Share this with somebody, comment down below, like whenever you can. My goal is to keep bringing you educational, entertaining content every single week. God bless.